All right, so picking up where we left off, we just put in this number 54, which we got from that tax table on that IRS sheet that our assignment page brought us to. And so we're just finishing up line 12. So we just did this part right here. Notice also for 12 it says, in a scenario, no one needs to complete additional forms or schedule 2. So we're just going to assume all these other values in here for 12 are 0. So for 12b, it says add schedule 2, which we said was 0, line 3, and line 12a. Well, line 3 right here, this was a 0, so we're just going to add all these together and we're just going to get 54. So for 13, it's child tax credit. So if we look back at our sheet, it says assume no child taxes. So we're going to go ahead and put 0. Oops, sorry, I went the wrong form. We're going to put 0 in here for 13, no children. For 14, it says subtract line 13b from 12b. Well, 54 minus 0 is just 54. Line 15, other taxes. So we look back over here, it says assume no other taxes that this person has to pay. So for 15, we are also going to put 0. For line 16 says add lines 14 and 15. Well, 54 plus 0 is just 54. Perfect. Line 17 says federal income tax withheld from W-2 forms and 1099 forms. Well, if we look back over here, it says assume there's no 1099 form, but we know there is a W-2 form for Melinda. So we're going to look for a federal income tax withheld. We're going to go to W-2 form, look over here for federal income tax withheld. Looks like it's $534.96. So that's what I'm going to come back and put in my form. $534.96. So moving on, other payments and refundable credits. Again, if we look back at our sheet that's going to help us, it says there's going to be none of those. No credit here for this person. So for 18, we can just go ahead and put 0 for all these if we want to. You could have also just put an 18E where it says add 18A through 18D. You could just put 0 here. I don't think you needed to necessarily fill in those zeros. For 19, it says add lines 17 and 18E. So 17 and 18E, so 534.96 plus nothing is 534.96. So at this point, we are virtually done. Now we have to determine if we have a refund or you owe a certain amount. So it says if line 19, so 534.96, is more than line 16, which was this $54, then subtract line 16 from 19, and this is the amount you overpaid. So basically what we found is that you were only supposed to pay in $54 for federal taxes. But according to your W-2 form, you actually paid in $534.96. That means you overpaid. So since line 19 is more than 16, we overpaid and we're going to get a refund. So we have to go ahead and subtract those two numbers. So again, we take $534.96 minus $54, and it looks like $480.96 would be your refund. These other lines I'm not going to worry about. Right now, if this was an actual refund, right, you would want to determine if you want how you want it returned to you. So here you put like your routing number for your bank and your account number, and you determine which account you want it in, whether it be checking or saving. So that's what you select. You could also put that money towards your 2020 estimated tax, but most people just like to get it as a refund, and it goes again right into your bank account. So $480.96. If for some reason you said line 16 is not more than line 16, if it's the reverse, then that means you're going to owe money, meaning you paid in this amount, or you should have paid in this amount, but what you actually paid in was less. So you're going to have to pay government. That's where you'd fill in this line if line 19 was less than line 16. Then you'd have to do this part here. And then there's just some other forms where you can sign it if you're actually turning it in, but I'm not worried too much about that. I'm just worried about us getting all the way down here to line either 20 or if you owed money, line 23. So here was just an example of how you would fill out a 1040 form. So if you were doing this as your assignment, you would have to save this, right? You downloaded it already and you saved it. And then I would want you to send it to me. So you can send it to that email, storeandflip@gmail.com. If you notice on the rest of the sheet, part 2, uh, I just want you to fill out, so like for instance, we did Melinda, and she gets a refund, and we said her refund was $480.96, $480.96. That's what you'd put there, and then link to the completed 1040. If you want to figure out how to put a link here, you can. Otherwise, like I said, if you just email me the completed 1040, that would probably be a lot easier. And then I don't want you, obviously we can't audit a classmate because we don't have a classmate, so you won't have to complete any of that there. So what I would like you to do as homework, and I know this might be a lot and it might be kind of confusing, is I'd like you to complete or look at one more person and complete their 1040. So you could pick Edgar, Angela, Marcus, or Boris's 1040. I'd like you to complete it, and you might have to download another form if you're doing one with me, or just to open this up, make sure you download it and save it, so that's what you can share with me. Again, just complete it for one other person. I don't care which person you choose. I will tell you, if you do more than one other person, I will give you bonus points on our taxes test, which will be next week. So again, your requirement for homework this week, and you get all of this week to work on it, is to pick one other person and complete their 1040. And then you can, again, just email that to me once it is completed, or you can try to, if you want to try to share it with me. I don't know exactly how that would work. Just try to get it to me somehow. Again, but if you want to do more, you can get some bonus points. Please make sure that you utilize this kind of step-by-step guide and rewatch my video if you need to. Again, make sure both of these videos are watched. Now you can go ahead and try to complete a 1040 for one other person. Thanks, and have a great day.